Lacking confidence is okay. That's understood. It's natural. Okay, but until then, what happens is, for instance, if you are coming through a certain situation where you feel that you are not very confident, or you are, you have missed out a few points, you are not very confident about certain points. In that case, that's very natural. You cannot do anything. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now we are live on YouTube. So, hello everyone. Good evening. My name is Naveen, and you are watching YouTube. You are watching Ignite India on your YouTube channel. So today in this session, we are going to discuss about group discussion. Nothing about personal interview, only group discussion. So we had previous session on group discussion that was very brief. So today we are going to discuss in detail क्या GD में actually होता क्या है, and we will talk only about Nift GD, not in general. So first, let's try to understand what is group discussion. So please, students in the session, what do you understand by group discussion? What is it? I am not asking the definition of group discussion. That is not required. Yes, please come forward, participate.
Conversation between five to six people.
Group of people.
Group
Yes.
discussion is something where a group of people, maybe some 8 to 15 students, are discussing or brainstorming on some idea.
It's
Yes.
communication coordination between a group of members.
Talking about its positivity and negativity about any topic.
Yes, that is also correct.
Group discussion are something where we share our thoughts and ideas, or any problem we solve through group discussion.
So group discussion has two words. You can see group and discussion. So group में एक इंसान से तो काम नहीं चलेगा. So we need people. So at least 5 to 6 people. In case of Nift, it can be up to 12 people. So 12 students, 8 to 12 ideally in case of Nift GD. 8 to 12 people discussing on a topic and coming or not coming to a concrete conclusion or decision. So you are discussing the topic, but again, it is not 100%, you are not 100% sure that you will come to the conclusion, because obviously in 10 to 15 minutes, it is not possible to come to a certain conclusion in case of topic based GD. Why is GD conducted? Obviously, because those people are checking your leadership skills, social skills, team skills, problem solving skills, and presence of mind. Obviously, why presence of mind? Because within 5 minutes, you have to come up with the content. And that is not possible. That's why you need to practice in advance. Only then, in those 5 minutes, you are going to come up with certain content where you can deliver once group discussion starts. So in a group discussion, the participants are allowed, in fact, expected to start off. Those people who are judging you, they are expecting you to start with the limited information, obviously. But as the group discussion moves forward, जैसे जैसे वो आगे बढ़ेगा, they want everyone to contribute. Because after 2-3 minutes, you have some knowledge about the topic. Maybe initially, if you are blank, you don't know anything about the topic. After 5-6 minutes, obviously, you will have some content to speak and participate. So group discussion is all about participation. If you are just sitting there, you are going to lose marks. They are not going to award any marks for that. बैठने के आपको 1 या 2 मार्क्स मिल सकते हैं, उससे ज्यादा वो आपको देंगे भी नहीं. Hence, we can say that group discussion is an invigorative discussion where a topic is analyzed and discussed, and in the end, members are expected to come up with some conclusion. They expect कि आप कुछ conclusion के साथ आओ, but that is not possible all the time. Why is GD conducted? If we talk about other institution or job interview, job का GD, That is a mass elimination tool in case of job, but here they are testing some of the skills in you. So we already talked about your soft skills. They check your soft skills because this is what you are going to do once you join the college and also once you complete your course. अब कॉलेज जाओगे, they have GD for the internship, graduation project and job. और जब आप इंडस्ट्री में काम करने लगो, then also that thing will come. GD serves as mass elimination tool only in case of recruitment, not here. Here, everyone is going to get the chance of GD and PI. If you got your admit card, आप GD PI के लिए appear होगे ही होगे. So in Nift, there are usually two types of GD. First one is topic-based GD, and second one is case study-based GD. In our sessions, we ask students to prepare for both, but the reality is, chance of coming this topic-based GD is very less, 10 to 20%. And case study-based GD or passage-based GD के आने के chances 80% है, 80 to 90%. In most of the cases, if you go through the prospectus of Nift, there also you will find case study or passage based GD. वही होगा, ये लिखा हुआ है ना. What is the common process followed in Nift GD? वहाँ क्या होता है मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. So the group in Nift GD usually consists of 8 to 12 members. They are given either a topic or a case study or passage on certain topic, and 3 to 5 minutes are given them to prepare. After this, they are asked to begin the discussion. If they are giving you case study or passage, so there will be total 3 parts: introduction, discussion, and conclusion. Every participant will get a chance to introduce a topic. In discussion, there is no sequence. So there, it is not necessary that every person will be able to speak, but you should. And then every participant will get a chance to conclude the topic. So there are total 3 parts. So total duration of GD is normally 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the situation, on the topic. There are normally 3 panelists or 3 judges or 3 assessors. And there will be normally 8 to 12 candidates. In most of the cases, you will see 12 candidates. तो एक इंसान का काम है, एक जज का काम है 4 लोगों को जज करना. 3 panelists, 12 candidates in GD. And they are going to check everything: your communication skills, your contribution to the topic, your body language, your leadership skills, everything they are going to judge. Now talking about the topic-based group discussion. Topic-based group discussion, again, there will be many types. So in general, topic-based group discussion tests the critical and quick thinking ability of the candidate, because they give you topic where content is not there. You need to develop your own content in advance. अचानक से वहाँ कुछ नहीं हो सकता. So obviously they want to check कि आपको कितना knowledge है उस subject के बारे में. And this is the most common type, where it is Nift placement or any job recruitment process. This is that they will give you topic-based group discussion. Okay, topics can be related to current affairs, जो अभी चल रहा है आसपास में, जिसके बारे में इनफैक्ट सबको पता होता है थोड़ा बहुत. If you are aware about the surroundings, what is happening inside the world in your area, you know topic-based group discussion. आपको पता है topic में. Under this, there are total 3 types. First one would be factual topics, then controversial topics, and abstract topics. So what are factual topics? These are about practical things happening around us. These are known to everyone and have been covered widely in views. For example, अभी चल रहा है Russia-Ukraine war. So that will come under factual topics if they give you any GD related to that. So that will come under factual topics. Oil के price अभी अगर बढ़ जाते हैं या घट जाते हैं, so that will come under factual topic. Because that is a fact that is known to everyone. अगर आप blank हो फिर तो हम कुछ नहीं बता सकते कि आपको पता क्यों नहीं है. This can also be unbounded by time. Obviously, factual time is not just current affairs. ये past में जो हो चुका है उससे भी related हो सकता है. For example, demonetization. Demonetization was done in 2016, but that will come under factual topic because that's a fact. तो अभी क्या हो रहा है करंट अफेयर्स, वो भी आपको जानना है, और क्या हो चुका है उसके बारे में भी आपको आइडिया होना चाहिए. बट अभी जो हो रहा है करंट अफेयर्स के आने के चांसेस ज्यादा होते हैं. सो यू शुड फोकस ऑन दैट. सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द एग्जांपल्स. लोकपाल बिल, फेडरल गवर्नेंस, ग्लोबल वार्मिंग, कोविड-19, all these will come under factual topics, and I have given you some of the topics that you can practice, and these topics will be shared with our students in your WhatsApp group. It will be shared tomorrow. आपको सारे टॉपिक मिल जाएंगे यहाँ से. I will be sharing the PDF. Powered by technological innovations, internet and globalization of fashion, the lifespan of a fashion trend is reducing drastically, or we can say fast fashion बन रहा है वो. How retailers will respond to this trend. This is one topic. Then the new mantra for today's stores means retail stores. Time, space and quality. How is this statement relevant? Do you think that future group should invest large part of its income on the promotional strategies? The future of retail market may or may not attract more consumers. Do you agree? बहुत सारे हैं. Does the name of the brand matter? We discussed yesterday in our class. इस तरह के बहुत सारे टॉपिक. Political support is necessary for upliftment of Indian handloom. ये कॉमन टॉपिक है जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, because handloom is related to the Indian culture. That is our heritage, and that is dying. So government is trying to revive that handloom sector. ये फैक्चुअल टॉपिक है बेस्ड ऑन फैक्ट्स, जहां पे डेटा अवेलेबल होता है. ओके, देन नेक्स्ट इज कंट्रोवर्शियल टॉपिक्स. अगेन दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट, बट दे वोंट गिव यू समथिंग जहां पे लड़ाई होने लगे. यू अंडरस्टूड व्हाट इज कंट्रोवर्शियल टॉपिक? इट्स आर्ग्यूमेंटेटिव इन नेचर, जहां पे हीटेड आर्ग्यूमेंट होने के चांसेस हो सकते हैं. द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ दिस डिस्कशन इज टू अंडरस्टैंड द मैच्योरिटी लेवल ऑफ द कैंडिडेट. आप कितने मैच्योर हो, आप पेशेंटली चीजों को हैंडल करते हो, डिस्कस करते हो, या आप लड़ने लग जाते हो. दे वांट टू चेक दैट. हाउ डू यू थिंक? आर यू लॉजिकल और आर यू इमोशनल? बहुत सारे लोग जब कंट्रोवर्शियल टॉपिक आएगा तो दे बिकम इमोशनल. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, कंट्रोवर्शियल टॉपिक में अभी की बात करूं, रिसेंट टॉपिक्स कैन बी कर्नाटका हिजाब कंट्रोवर्सी, राइट? दैट विल कम अंडर कंट्रोवर्शियल टॉपिक. सम स्टूडेंट्स विल से कि बैन ऑन हिजाब इज फेयर, अच्छा डिसीजन है जो भी कोर्ट ने दिया है. एंड सम स्टूडेंट्स विल से दैट नहीं, ये सही डिसीजन नहीं है, क्योंकि ये वर्षों से होता आ रहा है. And this is the first time someone is putting fingers on that. आप उस पे finger raise कर रहे हो, तो this can be argumentative topic or controversial topic. Any day if you discuss about reservation in India, that is controversial topic. Ayodhya temple का जो verdict आया, that will come under controversial topic. If you talk about CAA and NRC, that is controversial topic. And these are some of the controversial topics. Is abortion or what is this?
Anesthesia?
No, this is not. This is not anesthesia. Euthanasia,
Some
moral
mercy
in
killing,
Indian
euthanasia.
society.
Euthanasia.
Is
Euthanasia.
death punishment justified for rapists? Some people would say yes, and definitely some people would say no. Men are better drivers. Discuss. So these are controversial topics. We can take some of the topics in our actual group discussion. Then last one is abstract topic, जिसके आने के chances कम होते हैं, बहुत कम होते हैं. पहली बात तो टॉपिक बेस्ड आने के ही चांसेस कम रहते हैं. उसमें भी if even if they ask, there is very less chance that they are going to ask this abstract topics, but still you would know what are abstract topics. These are about intangible things जिनका existence नहीं है, जो हवा में बातें होती है. For example, A is an alphabet. Honesty is the best policy. 2 is a unique number. How would you discuss on that? So these are abstract topics. Honesty is the best policy. Some people would say yes based on their experiences. Some people would definitely say no based on their experiences. वो बोलेंगे मैंने honesty दिखाई और मेरे साथ बुरा हो गया. So honesty is definitely not the best policy. These topics are rarely asked in the discussion. तो इसके बारे में हम ज़्यादा बात करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Now we are going to take one topic and try to see कि उसको कैसे discuss करा जा सकता है. This is a controversial topic. The recent demonetization in India. अब recent रहा नहीं. 2016 to 22, more than 5 years. A success or failure. ये जो add हो गया ना, success or failure. Again, there will be people, they will say yes, it was a success, and obviously there will be people who would say obviously this was a big failure of the government. इसको कैसे discuss करते हैं, थोड़ा सा try to understand. If you are not able to understand, please unmute and ask and contribute in the topic. मैं अकेले बोलूं, इससे अच्छा आप participate करो. The first step of the response will be defining what demonetization means. That doesn't mean आप उसका definition दे रहे हो what is demonetization. वो नहीं है उसका मतलब. Such definition needs to go deeper than simply stating what demonetizations, denominations were demonetized. So that time 500 rupees note and 1000 rupees note were demonetized. The participant must be aware of some important basics such as the value of the originally printed currency. When you are talking about this, आपको बोलना पड़ेगा कि 500 का नोट और 1000 रुपये का जो नोट था वो डिमोनिटाइज हुआ था. जस्ट जनरल में नहीं बोलना है कि डिमोनिटाइज हो गया मनी, उसका वैल्यू क्या था. Talk about that. Take examples. And the value of the deposits in those denominations made after the 8th November. Yes. Now this is kind of factual also. कि there was a report after 3-4 months कि बैंक में कितने currency जमा हुए. So if you are aware about that, it's well good. You must further define the frameworks. These are some of the questions that you should ask yourselves, not the candidates or the participants in the discussion. आप खुद से पूछो. What are the macroeconomic effects of this move? Macroeconomic means बड़ा. On a larger scale, what was the effect? उसका क्या effect पड़ा? On a larger scale. On a smaller scale, what was the effect of demonetization? You ask yourself and then you will get the keyword जो आप अपने पेपर में लिख सकते हो. And once group discussion starts, आप इन सब चीज का आंसर कर दो, बस हो गया group discussion. What objectives were stated at the commencement of this demonetization? जब प्रधानमंत्री मोदी ने 8th November, I think it was 8th November, right?
Yes, sir.
8th November को जब उन्होंने स्पीच दिया था, मन की बात बोली थी इंडिया के साथ, तो उन्होंने क्या रीजन दिया था? So if you can recall what was that, that is really good.
Black money.
Please mute yourself if you are not. Pooja Dubey, mute. और किसकी बात हम कर सकते हैं? Have the objectives been fulfilled? Someone who is speaking against the topic. मतलब कि demonetization is a failure. Those participants ask these questions. Have these objectives been fulfilled? आप दोनों क्वेश्चन बोल सकते हो कि while they were demonetizing the money, उन्होंने ये बोला था ये हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा. Now the question is at the current time, क्या ये सब हुआ? If yes, why and how? If no, why not? If no, then obviously it is a failure. If not, are they likely to be fulfilled in the foreseeable future? आगे आने वाले समय में ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है? व्हाट आर द स्पिल ओवर कॉन्सिक्वेंसेज, इसके कारण बहुत लोगों की डेथ हो गई थी, बहुत शादियां टूट गई, बहुत कुछ हुआ था इफ यू रिमेम्बर। इंस्टाग्राम पे बहुत सारे मीम्स बन गए जो अभी भी चल रहे हैं। इज द कॉस्ट ऑफ दिस मूव वर्थ द बेनिफिट्स फॉर द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया इन जनरल। अगर आप बस इतने सारे क्वेश्चंस का आंसर दे दो तो योर जीडी इज ओवर and you will come to some good conclusion. Someone would say demonetization was a great success because इसके कारण से क्या हुआ, डिजिटल इंडिया प्रमोट हुआ, people are doing online transaction through UPI or wallet or something or maybe net banking जो पहले बहुत कम होता था, that is good. Once there is online transaction, government can keep a track of it. और जब हम कैश में पैसे देते हैं उसका कोई ट्रैक नहीं होता है. But if someone is speaking against the topic, उसके अपने points होंगे. Only after such analysis will a clear position of an individual participant or the group emerge. Now this is as a group, not as an individual. आप सारा अकेले नहीं बोल सकते, उतना टाइम नहीं रहता आपके पास. So as a group, so group discussion is as a group you should discuss and come to some conclusion. Therefore, any for or against position must be result of this analysis. तो आप क्या कर रहे हो, एक टॉपिक है जिसको आप एनालाइज कर रहे हो. एक टॉपिक भी आप एनालाइज कर रहे हो, सही है कि गलत है. कुछ लोग सही मानेंगे, कुछ लोग गलत मानेंगे, बस. दिस इज ग्रुप डिस्कशन. Okay, these lines, this paragraph is important. It is possible that either the individual or the group may choose to end without a clear position. As I told earlier, it is not possible to come to a conclusion every time. There is no problem with that as long as they have managed to convince the panel that despite careful analysis, a clear position is impossible for the want of necessary information or an objective basis to evaluate the merits and the demerits of a course of action. ये थोड़ा सा बहुत ज़्यादा फॉर्मल लैंग्वेज हो गया. इसका मतलब ये बोलना चाह रहे हैं कि उन्होंने कोशिश बहुत की but conclusion is not possible, but they have discussed the topic in a good manner. They have analyzed the topic. सेकेंड टाइप जिसके आने के बहुत ज्यादा चांसेस हैं, 80 to 90%, दैट इज केस स्टडी बेस्ड ग्रुप डिस्कशन. सबके अपने मेरिट्स एंड डिमेरिट्स होते हैं, प्रोस एंड कॉन्स. द प्रोसेस ऑफ अ केस स्टडी बेस्ड ग्रुप डिस्कशन इज ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर. वहां पे भी उतने ही मेंबर्स होंगे. टाइम विल बी गिवन, दैट इज 3 to 5 minutes. Only difference is they will give you one paragraph of 10 to 15 lines. So you will have some content. Once you go through that paragraph, आपको थोड़ा बहुत आइडिया हो जाएगा. And once you have some idea, you can participate in the discussion. But again, if you think who should start the discussion, only those students if they are having good content. अगर आपके पास इतना कंटेंट है कि आप 30 to 40 seconds, 45 seconds एटलीस्ट आप बोल सकते हो, only then you should initiate the GD. If you feel मैंने स्टार्ट किया और 10 seconds, 15 seconds के बाद I am done, please don't start your GD then. So in first case, topic based group discussion, वो क्या था, either it was opinion oriented or descriptive topic. In this case, participants will be given a case study or case statement or small passage which they must read so as to prepare within the given time, and after that they will give instruction and start the discussion. So what is the difference in this topical based, that is topic based, and this केस स्टडी बेस्ड? जैसा मैंने बता दिया, यहाँ आपको थोड़ा बहुत आइडिया आ जाएगा. There is one more difference, that topic based GD is free response, subjective type, and this case study is objective type. Why objective? Because in case study based, again there will be two types. One would be decision making and second would be problem solving. एक कंपनी है, उसको कोई डिसीजन लेना है, you have to discuss कि क्या सही डिसीजन होगा. इसमें फॉर अगेंस्ट का ज्यादा लोचा नहीं होता है, बट इन टॉपिक बेस्ड ज्यादा होता है वो. So let's try to understand that what are those two types in case study based group discussion. So one is those in which the group must make a decision. So that is, first is decision making type, and second is in which a decision has already been made and the group must discuss and determine whether the decision is right or wrong. तो दो टाइप हो गया. या और दूसरे तरीके से हम बोल सकते हैं कि उन्होंने डिसीजन ऑलरेडी ले लिया है, आपको बताना है सही है कि गलत. या प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग टाइप. डिसीजन मेकिंग इज सेम एज प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग. एक प्रॉब्लम आ गई है, उसकी क्या सॉल्यूशन होगा. वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस वन केस स्टडी केस. फर्स्ट वन इज द फॉर्मर इज द नॉर्म एंड द लेटर एन एक्सेप्शन. द फॉर्मर इज मच इजियर देन द लेटर. पहले वाला आसान है डिसीजन बनाना, और जब एक डिसीजन बन गया है, then deciding whether that decision is right or wrong is difficult compared to the first one. So we are going to take one case study based, and there are total 5 steps in that. We are going to discuss about that. So मैं आपको बता देता हूँ क्या है. So this is the caselet or passage. A software engineer is hired as a trainee by a company that specializes in hardware. As the, what do you understand from this? यहाँ पे कोई problem आपको दिख रहा है? I just want to check your presence of mind. Do you see any problem in the first line?
Yes, sir. So he is a software engineer, but he
Yes, sir.
specializes in
Yes, sir. It's two different fields.
Yes. That is the problem. So this question is related to problem. अब यहाँ पे decision आपको लेना होगा. आगे देखते हैं. At the end of his mandatory training period, उसको probation period भी बोलते हैं, his job performance is found below par, below average से भी कम, and he is informed that he must leave the company at the end of his training period. Suppose training period is 6 months, so after 6 months उसको बोला गया है कि आप इस कंपनी से छोड़ के चले जाओगे, आपको रिजाइन करना पड़ेगा. His immediate superior, उसका जो immediate senior है और reporting manager, out of kindness writes him a recommendation letter which may help him in getting the next job. However, this engineer uses the letter to take the company to court and challenges his dismissal. How should the company resolve this situation? So this is problem solving. एक problem हो गई है. Problem क्या था? There was a company. उन्होंने एक software engineer को hire किया. Remember, the company is a hardware company. Okay. So obviously, performance of that person or that engineer will not be up to the expectation. So now the company is planning to fire that employee after the probation period. क्या हुआ, वो इंसान जिसको रिपोर्ट कर रहा था उसको लगा इसको फायर कर देंगे, इसको जॉब मिलेगी नहीं, तो उन्होंने एक रिकमेंडेशन लेटर लिख के उसको दे दिया कि wherever you go for the job, this is going to help you. Now this person, this engineer is going to the court that this person is saying that my performance is good, still the company is planning to fire me. बस इसको हमें डिस्कस करना है. Step 1, situational analysis. पढ़िए क्या लिखा हुआ है. अब जब आप when you are starting the discussion, don't read line by line उसमें क्या है. That is not expected from you. Because that case is with all the candidates. if there are total 12 participants in that discussion, that same paper or same case is with everyone, तो आप पढ़ के अगर सुना रहे हो तो that is not expected, उसके मार्क्स नहीं मिलते आपको. Because if you read this line, it says if the first person to speak in the discussion does this, he or she will be quickly silenced by someone louder who wants to enter the discussion, even if the latter has very little to contribute. उसको हम अपने लैंग्वेज में कंटेंट बोलते हैं. अगर आपके पास बोलने के लिए कम ही कंटेंट है, जो इंसान बस देख के लाइन पढ़ रहा है, उसको आप आराम से चुप करा सकते हो. Instead, begin analyzing the situation by asking the questions about what we do not know about the situation. यहाँ पे आएगा assumption. Assumptions will come into the picture now. What assumptions we need to make in order to solve the problem? Did you understand that this is related to problem solving? एक problem हो गया है जिसको solve करना है, and you are अब तो अगर आप कंपनी की तरफ से प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर रहे हो, यू आर द कंपनी, एक प्रॉब्लम हो गई है, हाउ विल यू हैंडल. और इसमें आप दो साइड नहीं ले सकते, एक ही साइड लेके दो तरह की बातें कर सकते हैं. सो यू आर द कंपनी, नाउ यू हैव टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम. इज दिस रिकमेंडेशन लेटर पर्सनल? इज देयर पर्सनल रिलेशन बिटवीन दोज टू पीपल, immediate senior or reporting manager and that software engineer, or professional recommendation letter? Has it been issued on the company letterhead? The facts definitely point in that direction. Therefore, the assumption we need to make is that this is a professional recommendation and hence potentially damaging the company. I'll tell you, if that is personal, this person, this engineer will not go to the court, right? Do you agree? पर्सनल लेटर पे ये कोर्ट नहीं जाएगा. सिंस दिस इज प्रोफेशनल लेटर, आप ये सब बोलो, डिस्कशन में बोलो, ये अपने अंदर अजम्पशन करके अपने अंदर नहीं रखना. यू हैव टू स्पीक, स्पिट आउट, निकालो बाहर.
Sir, because once it's on company letterhead, then he has some proof.
Yes, अगर वो पर्सनल है तो कोई नहीं, वो इंसान कोर्ट में बोलेगा दिस इज माय पर्सनल. अगर पर्सनल है तो आप कंपनी को कोर्ट नहीं ले जा सकते, सिंपल सी बात है. These are the things you should discuss in the discussion. इसके बारे में बातें करो. Was the superior aware of the potential consequences of his action? Second question. उस जिस इंसान ने रिकमेंडेशन लेटर लिखा, क्या उसको पता था कि ये हो सकता है? We cannot necessarily assume that he was. Obviously 100% he was not aware of this situation. उसको पता ही नहीं था ये भी हो सकता है. He wrote that recommendation letter out of kindness, but that went against him, against the company. Maybe that reporting manager didn't get appropriate training. उसको पता ही नहीं था कि ये भी हो सकता है. You can talk about that also. Third thing, which is very important, why was a software professional hired in a hardware company? We cannot necessarily assume that there was a need of a perceived future. Okay, नहीं, ये हो सकता है ना. Maybe the company had plans in future to start some software firm also, इसीलिए उसको hire किया गया होगा. But again, you can talk about that. People can talk. कोई बोल सकता है, why was that person hired? So again, some another person, participant would say, maybe the company had plans. It's all about assumption. और आप case study में assumption चलता है. His appointment may have been a result of factors other than his qualifications or the company's requirement. Factors such as nepotism, ये भी चलता है. Who are the parties directly involved in this problem? The employee, the superior, the company management, the court. Who are the parties indirectly involved in this problem? The rest of the company staff, the shareholders of the company, and the general public. We are not trying to hijack the discussion by the usual. I think the company should. Okay. I'm not picking. Okay. सो इन प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग वाला जब प्रॉब्लम आएगा, प्लीज डोंट स्टार्ट द डिस्कशन विथ फाइनल डिसीजन आप मत बताओ. फाइनल कंक्लूजन शुड कम एट द एंड ऑफ लास्ट 2 minutes. जब भी आप प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग केस स्टडी आए, फर्स्ट यू एनालाइज द प्रॉब्लम. You should not start your discussion by saying, I think the company should do this. No, that is decision. First you talk about the problem, analyze the situation, और last के 2-3 मिनट में you talk about the decision, what the company should do. क्या कंपनी को उसे वापस ले लेना चाहिए अपनी कंपनी में ताकि कोर्ट का मसला तुरंत खत्म हो जाए? What should they do? ये तो आपको करना है. So try to understand the situation. Whenever we are going to solve this problem based, यहाँ पे हमें problem solve करना है. We will first talk about the problem. We'll take some assumptions कि ये भी हो सकता था, ये हुआ होगा, and बिल्कुल last में, last 2-3 minutes, we will talk about the solution. What is this problem definition? This is the most important stage of the discussion. If the situation has been analyzed properly, अभी तक हम situation को analyze कर रहे थे. We cannot only see all the inherent problems, but also determine the order of priority in which they must deal with. What to do with the court case? We cannot merely visit. Did you understand these 3 problems? So you have to discuss about all these things. Since this case is related to problem, आपको problem के बारे में बात करनी है वहां पे. Decision बिल्कुल last में आएगा. I have seen many students, they start with the decision. I think the company should fire that superior as well as that employee, because that problem arises because of that superior. ये नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay, so this was one type of case study. हम बहुत सारे केस स्टडी करने वाले in our sessions, and that time we are going to discuss and give feedback on each and every case study. ये मैं आपके साथ शेयर करूंगा, so don't worry about that. And remember, in case study type, case study based group discussion, those panelists expect you all to come to a same platform. Last में जब आपका conclusion हो तो आप एक तरह की बातें कर रहे हो. That's why I told, in topic based group discussion it's either against or in favor. यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं होता है. यहाँ पे as a group you have to come to the same conclusion in most of the cases. In this case also you will see there are some case studies जहाँ पे हम अलग-अलग platform पे हैं. But in most of the cases you will see they all are coming to the same platform. See this line. Upon discussing alternatives, the group may make an unanimous recommendation or the opinion may be divided. But most of the cases में आपको ये दिखेगा. Yes, this is what we call leadership skills. If the rest of the participants deviate, it is wiser for an individual to keep trying to bring them back to the process than to deviate with them. अगर लोग they are going away from the topic, it is your responsibility to bring them back to the topic. The panel will notice that you tried to approach the task methodically and didn't abandon logic in the midst of chaos. That is a big positive. The case can be solved only if the entire or at least the majority of the group works together. Work in the spirit of the team, but do not forget that the team spirit doesn't mean that you blindly follow the majority of the team. अगर सारे लोग गलत बोल रहे हैं तो आप उनके साथ जाएंगे. This is not recommended. Now these are some of the case studies. I can't show you because we are going to discuss all these case studies in our classes. मैं आपको ये अभी दिखा नहीं सकता हूँ. But definitely all these will be shared with you. Okay, all those people who are watching us on YouTube, if you want to join GDPR preparation, please contact on this number. Because if you are MFM students, you have at least 15-16 days at least. Because first MFM GDPR is on 7th, second is on 8th, 9th and 10th Saturday, Sunday है तो शायद छुट्टी है, right? Anyone on 9th? I think 9th is a holiday. So 9th and 10th Saturday and Sunday there will not be any group discussion. It's only Monday to Friday. That too in the second week, Friday is Good Friday, तो उसकी भी शायद छुट्टी होगी 15th को, right? Okay, then what to do before the group discussion? Stock yourself with information. It is better to be prepared. Remember, आप topic based group discussion के लिए जब आप तैयारी करते हो, when you are preparing yourself for the topic based group discussion, आपको पता भी नहीं होता, you are preparing for case studies as well. Every time you are not going to solve that problem based. बहुत सारी जगह पे there will be decision making also. वहाँ पे आप your knowledge is going to favor you. So stock yourself with information. It is better to be prepared. Reading gives you information. Information gives you knowledge, and knowledge infuses confidence. वो सबसे ज़्यादा important है. If you are confident, only then you can speak. Because I have seen many people. They are not confident. They have knowledge. They can speak well, but they are lacking confidence. What's the problem? These are some of the topics you can definitely prepare on sustainability. These are the topics. Environment. In this, you will find many topics जो actually Nift में आ चुका है. And please focus यहाँ सबसे related है. Sustainability, environment, education, apparel industry, fashion and textile industry. Most of the topics are related to that one. And economy and next topics. Just wait 1 minute. Okay, we are going to end this YouTube live in next 5 minutes. So people who are watching us on YouTube, if you want to join our preparation classes, आपको बस इस नंबर पे कांटेक्ट करना है. You'll get all the information. और आपने अभी तक ज्यादा मिस नहीं किया है because we have not started GDPI बहुत अच्छे तरीके से. Till now we have done one session of PI and one session of GD. If you join today or tomorrow, we are going to cover that one session of GD and PI. Okay, what to do at the group discussion? Understand the topic. That is important. क्योंकि कल हमने देखा था, Sanya, do you remember? Obviously, you didn't understood the topic clearly. तो वो that is important. अगर आपने गलती कर दी, फिर problem हो जाएगा. So if you didn't understand the topic, simple thing is you ask those invigilators. उसके बाद भी अगर आपको थोड़ा बहुत doubt है, तो don't initiate the GD. Let 2 and 3 students speak. After that, you will have fair idea what is topic about. Precise and sharp thoughts. मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ ना, GD and PI is all about using the right word at the right time. वो आपने कर लिया और उसके अलावा कम भी बोला तो you are good. You are in good condition of GD. Communicating your views. You may have excellent views on the topic, but are you able to communicate them in an effective manner? This is the problem with most of the students. Where your communication skills will come to your rescue. If you have good communication skills, well and good, or else you will have to work on developing the same. और अभी आपके पास you have 20 days, you can develop that. Choose a topic, stand before the mirror and start talking about it. So that's what we do. हम आपका group discussion होने से पहले ही 1 hour before we give all the topics so that you can prepare well. If we start giving the topic 5 minutes before the actual GD, फिर problem हो जाएगी. You won't be able to prepare in that manner. So right now our focus is on increasing content or knowledge. Take the initiative, obviously participate in the GD. Doesn't matter आप सबसे पहले आ रहे हो कि बीच में आ रहे हो. अगर आप बिल्कुल नहीं आ रहे हो, that is the problem. आप बिल्कुल लास्ट के 2-3 मिनट में आ रहे हो, तब भी प्रॉब्लम है. So if GD is going for 15 minutes, please make sure you are the participant in first 5 minutes. अगर आप 10 मिनट तक आपने कुछ भी नहीं बोला, तो आप पे प्रेशर और भी इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. मेंटल प्रेशर इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. आपको खुद डर लगने लगेगा. It's been 10 minutes until now I have not spoken anything. तो आप जितना कॉन्फिडेंस है वो नीचे और भी चला जाएगा. That is the problem. So try to participate, and that's why हम बहुत सारे GD अभी कराने वाले हैं. 5 to 10 GDs, at least 10 to 15 GDs for this custom batch, 10 GD for this premium batch, and 10 GD is more than enough. Try to initiate the GD if possible. By taking the initiative, you will be giving a structure to the discussion. ये फायदा होता है. If you start the discussion, आप डिसाइड कर सकते हो GD को किधर ले जाना है. But don't go away from the topic. That is not going to work in your favor. Also, this will show your leadership skills, that you are taking the initiative. You are a leader. आप गाइड कर रहे हो पूरे ग्रुप को किधर ले जाना है. The group is all about contribution from every member. That is important. You should have knowledge about the topic. This is something where we focus more. क्योंकि communication skills तो कुछ दिनों में develop हो जाएगा. Content is important. Okay, read this. This is important. Okay, now I'll stop YouTube live. If you want to join our sessions,